Kelly from Power and Motion Rehab, and I'm finally back, finally making another video here. So today's kind of a similar aspect of a similar video to what we've been doing the last couple of previous videos, where we're doing a kind of workout of the day for individuals that might be a little bit weak. Today's a little bit different because we're going to be going over chair exercises. So if you're a little bit more weak or a little bit more immobile, these exercises today might be more appropriate for you. If standing or walking in general is very fatiguing, the ones we'll go over today that are more seated might be more beneficial for you, especially when these are some things that you can maybe do independently versus the other ones you might be nervous of falling, or you might need the physical therapist or occupational therapist around to perform those exercises. So today it's going to be a very similar kind of rundown of exercises where we're going to do, several exercises. I think it's going to end up being about 4 to 5 exercises. We rest for a little bit and then we just repeat that. I want you to try to shoot for 3 rounds of these exercises. So overall, it's only going to take you about maybe 8 to 10 minutes just running through the whole gamut of them. And this is something you can do a couple times throughout the day just to kind of get those legs moving. So let's get to it and let's get moving. So I don't have a wheelchair in my home, so I'm going to be simulating just in a kitchen chair, but you'll get kind of the general idea. So first thing we're going to start out is deadlifts sitting. And you're probably like, how in the heck am I supposed to do that sitting? So one way you can do that is you don't even need any weight. We're just kind of getting our body used to bending forward and kind of using our back extensors and kind of our posterior chain, even if we're sitting. So one way you can do it is you can just kind of do little kind of flexion forward. If this hurts your back, obviously kind of back off on the range. Now, if that's too easy, which it might be for a lot of people, is you can use like a hand weight or even a bag, your purse, and just use that. What I have here is most hospitals will have TheraBand, and what you can do to simulate a deadlift sitting is you can put it under your. What you can do, I'll show you a little bit better there, is you just put it under your feet like so. If you're really imbalanced or you have issues with trunk control, this isn't something you'll be wanting to do, because even if you're in a wheelchair that's surrounded, you could have a potential of falling forward. So making sure, if you do have issues with just sitting balance, this isn't for you. But if maybe you just have more issues just walking balance or standing balance, you should be okay with that. All right, so then again, simulating the deadlift, you want to grab down pretty low so there's some tension there. And when you lift up, you're not lifting with your arms. That's our actual next exercise. You're lifting with your back, okay? So we're just going down forward and we're just lifting up. This is working on our glutes a little bit, but a lot of it's just kind of working on our back as well. It kind of we're just kind of loosening things up, challenging our balance, challenging our core. And again, if there's any pain, don't do this. All right, ideally you want to get to the point where you're doing the 10 to 12 reps of this. I probably did way more than that. All right, and the next one, what you're going to do is rows. So kind of same idea. You're down here, making sure there's tension on your TheraBand. And this is bilateral rows. So you're just going to, good posture, okay? And you're going to lift with now your arms. So you're going to bring your elbows up and back, just like this. Tight core throughout. And again, we're focusing on 10 to 12 reps here. And then next round, I'll show you a better angle just so you can get an idea of how my trunk is positioned. I'm not too far forward, otherwise I'm not going to get a range. I'm right around 45 degrees. This is 90, kind of right in between where I can get that good range in my back. All right, 10 to 12 reps of those. That's your second exercise. Third exercises. Now what we're going to do, we're going to go right into seated marches. If you want to challenge yourself, you don't hold on. If you need a little bit of arm support on your wheelchair, that's okay as well. All right, go right into marches. And I want you to speed this up. We're not going as much, it's not really height. This is more just to kind of get our breathing going, just kind of challenge our endurance. This isn't, a huge task like walking or getting on a new step, but this is something that we will get our respiratory rate up, our heart rate up. And I think that's around 30. So you want to do about 30 of those. All right, the next one, again, if you're having issues even just with sitting bounce, this isn't something for you, but this is a way to kind of build up our length strength, but we're not fully standing up. So what you're going to be doing, they're called partial sit-to-stands. I'm sure with physical occupational therapy, nursing, whoever, you've been working on sit-to-stands, but I don't want you going all the way up. What we're going to be doing and focusing on here, is just kind of have to use your imagination, is you hold onto the sides of the wheelchair and you're going to use your legs and your arms, but you're never going to let go of the armrest. So you're just going to go up, so we pretend I'm still holding on, and back down. So we're getting that initial push up, but we're not standing all the way up. We're always holding on to the wheelchair. And you're going to do 10 of these. 7. Again, you can see my muscles are activating even with these small sit-to-stands. I think that's 10. All right. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to do wheelchair push-ups. Again, I can't really do that with this chair, so I'm going to show you. You would just kind of hold on to the armrest here and then just push your body up. Again, we're just mostly using our upper body. So you're using your lower body to kind of brace yourself and some support there, but you're mostly using your triceps and your shoulder muscles. So I'm going to simulate the wheelchair push-up by doing like a dip, but what you're going to do is you're just going to go up, down, up, down. All right? Again, you're shooting for 10 of them. Don't slide off the chair. That's not what I want. You are just going and pushing off your armrests. You're not doing this. But I'm giving you kind of the idea. And 10. All right, last exercise. I guess I lied. We're going to be doing this for 30 seconds. It's just going to be little reach acrosses to work on our upper body and just movement in general. And ready and go. So you're just going to do this contralateral movement, reaching across your body. If you really want to get into it, you can come forward. Again, if you have impaired seated balance, I wouldn't be doing that. But we're just kind of loosening things up, keep our upper body and core and spine just kind of mobile. 5 more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. And good. All right, now what you're going to do is you are going to rest for about a minute here and just kind of get an idea of how you're feeling, if you're having any pain with these movements, anything like that. So we'll go into the second round now. I'm not going to talk as much, so we can just kind of do it together, okay? So there's technically 6 kind of sets of exercises and then 1 rest for about a minute. And ideally we want to get to the point where you're doing 3 rounds of this. So we're going to go into the second round, and we'll just kind of go through it together. And that's about it. The angle here. I'm going to come in, so I'm at an angle so you can kind of see my back a little bit better. All right, so grab that TheraBand. We're going to go right into the deadlifts. Again, if you don't need it, that's fine. And we'll go right into it. We'll shoot for about 10 reps. All right, we'll shoot for about 10 reps here, and nice and tight. Ready, set, go. All right, as you can see, my spine is kind of staying straight the whole time. I'm not hunching forward. I'm not hyperextending. It's a very neutral movement. Again, this is kind of working on your glutes a little bit, if we're lucky. But we're working on that back as well. I think that was around 12. All right, same hand position, but now we're going right into rows, okay? Remember to pull up with your arms, focusing on your back muscles. So focusing on your elbows going up into the ceiling. Ready, go. So I'm not trying to look up, I'm not trying to look down. It's a very neutral spine still. I have a tight core. Everything's very controlled here. 9, and 10. Good. All right. Third movement, we're going to go right into the marches for 30 seconds. Ready, go. I know I said 30 times last time, but I meant 30 seconds. And, you know, you can kind of count Mississippi or whatever you want to do. I like to have a stopwatch just so I have an idea of how long we're going, so I give you an idea as well. But again, this isn't supposed to be too difficult. We're just trying to get things moving in our hips as well as just get our breathing movement. And stop, 30 seconds. All right, and then going into the partial stance. All right, so we'll go into those partial stands. Remember, don't stand all the way up. This is just a little baby sit to stand from your wheelchair, always keeping your hands on the armrest of the wheelchair. Ready, 10 of these, and go. 1, 2, 3. So with these, you're technically not standing up all the way. So if you have not rules, but if the nurse or PT or OT doesn't want you getting up by yourself, this is a way to kind of use those similar muscles, but you're not, getting up and standing and doing mini squats by yourself. All right, and then we're gonna go into the wheelchair push-ups, okay? Again, I'm simulating what you're doing in a wheelchair with dips, but it's the same idea. You're just pushing down through your arms. You're really focusing on the use of your triceps, your shoulder muscles to build that strength up. Ready? Go 10 of these. Yeah. Again, if there's any pain in your shoulder, you may not have the range to do it very well. So just making sure that you're aware of how you're feeling. I think that was 10. All right, and last movement, those cross body movement. We will be doing 30 seconds of this as well. Ready, go. Making sure you're breathing throughout this. Five more seconds here. And stop. All right. And then you got a minute of rest. And then you would just repeat that one more time. All right. Yes. All right. Did you get your 3 rounds in? How was it? Not too bad? Again, this isn't supposed to be super difficult. If you feel like you're losing your breath a lot, or if any pain, obviously, or you even feel off balance, I don't want you to be doing this. Maybe get a better clarification through your team, whether it's PTOT, speech, physician, nurse, whoever. But this is just another concept that if you haven't been walking as much, or if you feel off balance, or maybe the team doesn't want you doing standing activities by yourself, this is a way to kind of adapt things where you can do exercises within your hospital room, in the wheelchair, in the recliner chair, even at your bed, just to kind of keep things loose. This isn't going to take you too long. Again, it's probably only going to end up being about maybe 8-minute workout here, and it's something you can do throughout the day. We're not really strengthening anything. Similar to our last exercises, this isn't about doing a PR. We're not going to really get hypertrophy and muscle, like huge increasing of muscle mass. We're more just kind of getting things moving. Obviously anything is better than nothing. So if you're sitting in a wheelchair, or a recliner chair, hours throughout the day while you're in the hospital, after surgery, or if you're in acute rehab, this is a way you can throw this video on and listen to my annoying voice. And you can just do these exercises a couple times a day. Just keep things moving, it's incorporating your legs, it's incorporating your back, your arms a little bit. And it's also simulating movements that are important that you're probably doing with therapy now. So this is just another way to kind of keep moving while you're in the hospital, which is why I'm making these videos in general. So overall, great job today. This was again for those people mostly that are maybe that aren't able to walk by themselves, maybe need some physical assistance from the team or family members. but they're interested in kind of maintaining or just getting things moving, and they're bored, you know, sitting in that chair all day. So this is a way, again, you can just throw this video on. If you're PTs or OTs out there, speech therapists, if this is a way you can kind of give this link to your patient and be like, hey, this, you know, weird girl has these videos out there that might be more appropriate for you, like these seated exercises that you can do throughout your day. So this is that kind of beginner, more seated exercise programs for you out there that just want to kind of get moving, but you're not quite ready to be doing standing exercise by yourself. But good job today. That's awesome. You know, you're getting stronger and you're trying. I mean, if you've come to this page, if you've come to this video, you're trying, and that's the biggest feat in itself. So keep up the good work, and hopefully I'll still continue to make some videos that'll be helpful out there. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you.